It's a clash of the titans coming later this year. Mario versus Marvel? Good morning, Mario. And good morning, Switch fans. Been working on my Yoda lately. Hope you're here for it. I also hope you're here for all Nintendo news and updates because we got them. All right, the day was starting off slow and then the engines really started to rev. And I gotta tell you about this Nintendo Switch franchise that is swapping genres in a super interesting way and sounds like it's going to create a lot of tension later this year. Plus, we've got updates for Mario, we've got updates for Amiibo, and we've got the biggest update for Pokemon, and we need to tell you all about it. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Hope you're all having a fine morning out there. Actually, I hope it's a little better than fine. I hope it's 1 or 2 steps above fine. And if you're feeling fine, hit that like button for this fine show and let me know your refined takes on today's topics in the comments down below. Amiibo, you Meebo, we all Meebo. And Amiibo are still rolling. Nintendo's announced that the Min Min Amiibo, in honor of her appearance in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, will finally release on April 29th. But they have Amiibo delays because importing and shipping and production is really tricky in 2022. So Minecraft Steve will not see a spring release date and will be shifted back to later in the year. That also will delay the Alex Amiibo to go alongside Steve. And I wonder, now that Smash Bros is done, will they really do many more Amiibo? I mean, there were Metroid Dread Amiibo, and a lot of previous Kirby Amiibo work with the upcoming game. Do you think we'll get new Splatoon Amiibo? Breath of the Wild 2 Amiibo? At what point does Nintendo say, no more Amiibo? Let me know when you think Amiibo will expire, what year, give a prediction in the comments down below. Another quick hitter for you, Square Enix is salty about Guardians of the Galaxy. That game ended up getting pretty good review scores and the word of mouth was actually excellent. And yet it undershot the company's sales expectations. I have to say, man, if they would have just put this thing on a cartridge, I bet they would have seen those sales go straight up. If you recall, Guardians of the Galaxy was a surprise release on Nintendo Switch, but it was a really unimpressive cloud version. And cloud versions, I don't know. I don't think they move anywhere near as many units as a cartridge counterpart, and I wish Square would have put a bigger game like this on Switch. We know they love releasing their 2D stuff, and in fact they said, hey, we're gonna be doing more HD 2D stuff. Team Asana, who's working on Triangle Strategy, they're just gonna do more. They recently announced Live I'll Live at the last Direct, and I know there's a portion of people that are really excited for that one finally releasing here in the West, and it does look very pretty. So if you're enjoying games that look like Octopath or look like Triangle Strategy, they're gonna do more of them. But I'd also encourage Square to utilize the Switch's massive audience for games like Guardians of the Galaxy, but you gotta put them on the system. The cloud versions, as we've seen from Kingdom Hearts and Guardians, just not gonna cut it. Nobody really likes these things, and lately they haven't been very proficient. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you would have considered picking up the Guardians of the Galaxy game, which supposedly had a great story and fun combat and interesting worlds, if it was actually on the Switch and not up in the mystical sky above. Now, the mystical skies of Pokemon Legends Arceus is where our Poke Hearts are at. We're waiting for DLC news and hopeful that Pokemon Day yields some brand new announcements. But today is Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Day, and Nintendo decided they would drop their biggest update. It's update 1.2, and this actually does some substantial things. Okay, it expands the functions of the Union Room, allowing now 8 players to get in there locally or via online. It adds additional Coliseum battle features, it fixes some issues for more pleasant gameplay, and it found a way to sense if you have cloned Pokemon and will not let that fly. So if you've been skirting around the rules and sneaking your way to a perfect Poke team, just know that they're onto you, and now those Pokemon won't be able to be traded. I can't wait for Mario Strikers Battle League. That was one of my favorite games back in high school, and I'm so hyped to see it return again with its awesome art style that makes all the Mario characters really grungy and aggressive and sporty. Now we have official confirmation that this new sporty game is being developed by Next Level Games. And we assumed it was because those are the fine folks that did it the first time. They also did Luigi's Mansion 3, and they did the fantastic Punch-Out game back on Wii. And now they're back on Mario Strikers after Camelot was at the helm of the 2 recent Mario sports titles, both Tennis Aces and Golf Super Rush. This is the rightful spot for Next Level Games, and I know they will deliver. And I also now know that the Luigi's Mansion 3 tease we saw in there with a Strikers piece of fancy art was not just a callback to their past, but actually a look ahead to the future. And man, June can't get here soon enough. Not only do we get a big direct where we'll hopefully see Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, but we get one of my favorite unsung Nintendo franchises returning. Mario freaking Soccer. Speaking of soccer, our big story for the day is a big reveal, a big unveiling that just happened. All right, this comes courtesy of Video Games Chronicle. They have the exclusive. They have uncovered that 2K is partnering with LEGO for a series of new games revolving around sports. Okay, this gets more interesting because they say that releasing in 2022 around the World Cup will be LEGO Soccer. Okay, and then they say there's a LEGO open world racing game for 2023, and that 2K has one more LEGO sports game that I would bet is LEGO basketball, given NBA 2K's popularity and how intrinsically tied 2K is to that sport. The Switch connection is fascinating, okay, because first off, LEGO loves to put their games on Switch. They're one of the best supporters where their entire franchise is pretty much on the platform. So we can bet that these games, especially being published by 2K, who also love the Switch, will absolutely appear on the Switch. But deeper still, this LEGO soccer game is being developed by Sumo Digital, who you may know from Sackboy: A Big Adventure on PS5, Team Sonic Racing on multiple platforms, and drumroll, way back to 2017, the Switch eShop Indie Year 1 hit, Snake Pass. Who remembers Noodle? Shout him out. It's a game where you got to wrap and roll this really weird snake. I loved it. Editor Gabe hated it, okay? It was a schism in the early years of SwitchForce. It was a defining moment for this channel in a weird kind of way. Anyhow, they have grown from snake charmer to soccer makers, but here's where it gets combative, okay? Because one person with knowledge of 2K's plans suggested to VGC that the LEGO sports games could include guest characters from other LEGO tie-ins such as Harry Potter, DC, and Marvel. Okay, so we are setting up an epic soccer clash where Mario Strikers takes on LEGO Soccer, and it's Bowser and Peach versus Iron Man and Batman. Now, I know it's LEGO, and I'm betting that Mario Strikers will be the preferred pick, but I can't help but think that it's super cool to hear about a sports game that could include LEGO-ified versions of our favorite Avengers, our favorite wizards, and even some crusty villains too. So the second half of this year could see the stadium jam-packed with Mario Strikers Battle League, LEGO Soccer, and Ted Lasso, not to mention the World Cup itself, and we could have a moment where we have Bowser and Mario doing their best David Beckham, and then on the other side we got Captain America throwing his shield for another different type of power-up goal. And before you dismiss this for being LEGO, I do want to draw your attention to LEGO City Undercover, which tried to do like GTA in a LEGO style, and it released back on Wii U. And that game was very good, maybe even criminally underrated. Great jokes, solid gameplay, and a big world for back in that era. So I do trust that 2K and Sumo Digital, who I like, can do good work with LEGO sports. In an interesting world where Nintendo's chaotic and fun take on sports now has a competitor in LEGO, that's a good world. It means Nintendo will have to work harder to make their games better and better and not just regurgitate the same gameplay and the same structure and the same character rosters. So let me know in the comments down below if you're excited about LEGO branching into new genres with 2K, and if you'd rather play Mario Strikers or LEGO Marvel DC Harry Potter Soccer. Very interesting clash. Ooh, our poll today is a clash of internal growth. All right, how many things can you cook? How good of a cook you are? Because I realized yesterday, I cannot cook very much. And I'm undecided if I feel bad about it or it's the way things work. I've got other talents, just not so many in that area in the kitchen. All right, so I asked what kind of cooking skills do you got, a bunch of different options. 37% of you said you can cook for yourself, and bravo, okay, that is brilliant, and no matter what age you are, you have succeeded in this category. Now, 26% said I can cook pretty darn well, a step above, okay, maybe I'm coming over for dinner. 24%, where I'm at, said I can cook one or two things. Like, I'm totally capable, I just don't have a lot of knowledge. You give me the recipe once, you teach me how to do it once or twice, I can do it. You want it done your way? You should probably do it. But if you want me to make you some eggs or some burritos, just tell me once and I'll get it done. 9% can't cook. And I hope you've got a really nice mom or significant other. Otherwise, your food options seem very limited. All right, 4% said you're a master chef, which is pretty freaking cool. I want to get better. I want to be more in the know on the cooking thing. You got any cool recipes, send them my way. And definitely know that I'm sending you so much positivity and goodness to help boost your day. If it's starting slow, let's go. You got this, I believe in you. And look, spread a little love and kindness. It'll come back to you tenfold. Notice the nature around you, feel the peace entering your system, and get ready for a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me and hopefully enjoying all of this awesome Nintendo news. Make sure to stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, my wonderful friends and family, SwitchForce out.